Hey YouTube, this is RobinKnuts1 here, and I'm here to do an Arrow Season 3 Episode 1 review. This episode was good for the most part, however, I was a bit underwhelmed by it. So in this episode, this episode takes off, a few months after Slade, after Deathstroke invades the city. Oliver and Team Arrow are in a very, very good place. They're saving the city, they're defeating the bad guys, the Arrow is no longer a wanted criminal. Laurel's father, Detective Lance, has recovered from his heart attack, but we see in this episode that he still does have a very, very weak heart, and that's going to be very interesting to see where he goes on from that. So basically, in this episode, we see a new Count Vertigo. We see a new Count Vertigo who is taken over the Vertigo operation. We also have Oliver and Felicity dating in this episode. They have their first date, and we see Oliver struggle with the responsibilities that come with being a vigilante. But we also see him sort of want that happiness as well. And he doesn't think he'll ever get that happiness. The beginning of this episode was very different from the beginnings of Season 1 and Season 2. In my opinion, this felt a bit more of a weaker episode. And there are a few things that I sort of got really, really disappointed and downhearted about. One of these things was the tie-in with the Flash episode. Because that episode really, because their discussion, as I possibly said in my Flash review, that discussion between Oliver and Flash wasn't good. And also we get a death in this, episode. I don't want to ruin who the death is, but she is a major character. And I felt the only reason why they did that death in this episode was for shock value. This character felt like they only did it for shock value. I want to hope that she's not actually dead, and that the death is faked, but I'm not sure if I'm that lucky. Yeah, so I got really disappointed with the way this character was killed. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Felicity and Oliver dating. Now, I was okay with Felicity and Oliver just being friends. A lot of people wanted to see this relationship. And I can sort of see why people wanted this relationship. Because Felicity and Oliver are really, really cute. But to me, it didn't feel like there was any build-up, But to me, I would have liked more of maybe a build-up towards it. towards an actual date. Like maybe in episode 3 or episode 2. But yeah, the date was very, very sweet, and we see Oliver talking more about his experiences in the 5 years that he was on the island. And that was sweet. Diggle and being a father was interesting. I think Diggle is going to really struggle balancing his father duties and his duties on Team Arrow. Roy Harper was really good this episode. The actor did a very, very good job. And the way I think it's Colton Haynes, I think. And the way Colton sort of portrayed the Arsenal character was really, really good. And the costume suited perfectly for this episode. And I sort of like the mentorship, the mentor and the mentor and the sidekick relationship that Roy and Oliver have. They seem to be working together as a team, and actually the whole team, the entire Team Arrow really, really worked for me in this episode. Because it's had a lot of build-up, and it's finally good to actually see the Team Arrow actually doing stuff in this episode. And yeah, Roy Harper did a really, really good job in this episode. Yeah, so all in all, it was a good episode. It was a good episode. It's just, I felt there were parts that could have been done better. But I am looking forward to the next episode. The next episode will cover a lot about how this episode ended, and I've been really, really looking forward to this, to Arrow coming back. Arrow is easily one of my favourite shows out right now. And I'm just glad it's back, and I'm looking forward to seeing where both Arrow and Flash go from here. So, I'm Robonax1 here, and I shall see you all later for another Arrow review. Bye.